to assist in this kill. And then of course there's some people coming to help out, and they pick off another. Wow, they pick off Sona pretty easily, and there you could see the trigger of Silver Bolt, which does a lot of damage, and I'm not sure how that is, or I don't know how that is even remotely balanced. By just auto attacking and having no items, well, he does have one item, I guess, but he has like 15 additional damage from Madras Razors, well, which is now the Wriggles Lantern. But it's 15 extra damage or something, and it does so much damage with the Silver Bolt. So I'm not sure how that's fair. But okay, I'm not the game designer on this one. But giving someone an early game advantage like that really can spiral out of control, as we can see with most of the Vayne games. And you really, if you want to beat them, you just don't engage at all during the early game. So Warwick getting picked off here, yeah. Especially with the Silver Bolts, it's a relatively easy kill. Nunu doing an excellent job of harassing the enemy jungler. And of course Vayne doing an excellent job of actually taking care that it's, yeah, well, the kills are made. Yeah, that was an excellent arrow, and with 3 people there, no way to survive. He went after the Ashe because it's the squishiest character, and she had the lowest health, but he died before actually being able to kill her. So going for the extra damage of what's it called, the BF sword, and the BF sword is, I think, one of the best items to start with on this kind of character. So most people will go for health steal early on, but the extra damage, well, negates the fact that you don't have health steal, life steal, because you don't actually need it. You're going to kill people so easily, especially if you have it very early. As you might see in I have an Ashe game on a 3v3, which I actually lost, by the way, but where I get a BF sword after 5 minutes of play, and you can just see that everybody just melts. And then I have 2 allies which, yeah, don't know how to play the game, and that's why we lost. And another great arrow, but in this case the arrow was probably aimed at the old place he was standing. And yeah, well, because he actually didn't move, it was a relatively easy arrow, and he gets 2 kills. Wow, how do these people not understand that you don't approach this character like that? You have to approach him from the front with tower support, because otherwise you're just going to die. So the role seems to be the Q skill seems to be extremely good against enemy champions, because it does an additional I think something like 60% damage at level 2. So 55 at level 1, and then 60, and probably up to something like, I don't know, 75. So it would be at level 9, which he has passed a long way. You can have 75% extra damage on this one attack after the tumble. And apparently they reused the animation from Nunu's Blood Boil on one of the skills of Vayne, which looks horrible in my opinion, but I'm not sure which of the skills it is, so we'll have to see. It's the one where he gets glowing hands, kind of. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. You get these red flames around the hands. So going for the black cleaver first. Apparently some people are well, have some armor, but I think that's a little bit silly this early on, but okay, no, it doesn't matter. I would have gone for Infinity Edge, but I'm not a pro gamer here. I'm not a 1900 ELO player. So I guess, but I didn't take a good look at the enemy items. So I guess I don't know the armor levels. But Black Cleaver is really one of those things you get when the enemy is stacking armor. So it has a lot of armor, that is. And I guess that the Sona provides some extra armor, so it's yeah, well, with the Sona near, people might have extra armor levels, because I think the green aura gives them extra armor. So getting scouted here, finally a missed arrow. It's about time. And Ash is somewhere on the left of him. He knows that, and yeah, she probably got away through this path. Either that, or she sneaked at the top part of the screen, but oh, there she is. So she indeed went bottom through the river or something like that, and got back top now. So yeah, this 10-3 score means that he's pretty much the one that's carrying the team. And even with 4v5, you see that that doesn't have to stop you from winning, because they are going to win at this point, or they have to mess up pretty big. So if they give the enemy team a Baron, that might turn the tides. But as long as this one character actually farms up as much as he can, gets the kills where he can, then they shouldn't have any trouble. Because Vayne is one of those characters that can take out a whole team on his own, with the only support of his team being the fact that he doesn't get focused in the fight. So as long as Nunu can use his slows to keep the enemies away from Vayne, Vayne can pretty much kill everyone and take out the turrets, it seems. Yeah, of course she's a good turret killer, because she has a lot of physical damage. And the physical damage is what takes down the turrets quickest. Getting a lot of last hits here, and getting a lot of last hits in the entire game. So everyone is still mid lane in the the green team's base, and they're not coming for Vayne, it seems. Dodging the arrow. I don't know if that was what was in the chat, but because I didn't actually read the chat. But yeah, well, Jax finally comes, and Ashe comes. Jax, of course, does a lot of damage, as always. But Vayne gets out quite nicely. Okay, gets stunned. The ultimate from Shen saves him, or her, whatever, and he dies. So that means that his team is now going to die probably. Unless the enemy just ignores the fact that Shen is very low. Okay, it seems that his team is actually getting out. Even though they have no damage, they just run away. Okay, sure. So the nice choice would be now to get the inhibitor from the bottom lane. But yeah, I don't think he can push up like that again on his own, because they are going to stop him this time, since they already took out one of the inhibitors and they don't have to push that lane anymore. They might as well push bottom lane. And the enemy is nowhere to be seen, meaning that they're probably at Baron. I wonder why they didn't ward it. I mean, this is a high level game. He does have the free wards from, and now they double ward it. Excellent. He has the free wards from Rigger's Lantern, and it seems like a waste not to use it. But he didn't use it on Baron at least. So they get a free Baron, because, well, the enemy is still nowhere to be seen. And now we see Jax in the bottom lane, and well, there's some minions pushing the turret, or the Nexus turret. So I guess they will have to clean that up, and they lose the turret for this, but that's okay.